Hi, this is Angelo. How's it going today? I'm doing all right. Like my fancy new shirt. This is my I'm gonna chill out, try to take life in stride shirt. Um, I just wanted to check in with you. I had a moment free to myself, and I was just making some cereal with some really nice Bob's Red Mill oats and some other gluten-free goodies with some coconut, blueberries, goji berries, yum yum. Anyways, that's not the point. Point is that I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what's going on in my life, and if you're interested to know, I'll share a few things with you. You probably know I've been traveling back and forth between Seattle and Vancouver, Washington, which is essentially Portland Metro, Oregon, and things have been doing okay. Had my ups, had my downs. Been in a relationship. It's been going all right for a little while since April, and I'm looking forward to a birthday coming up here on June 23rd. It'll be my 38th birthday, and my dad Mick is coming to town. My brother will be in town for the Monday night game on the 23rd, and also my cousin Trevor, his wife Megan, my girlfriend Sandra will be there, of course. My best friend Guy. Who else? Sean, one of my best buddies too. And anyone else I forgot? I'm sorry, but I'm going to go to all three games if health permits. I've been doing a little bit better with the epilepsy associated with my oligodendroglioma stage 2 brain tumor. I've been seeing a really great, great to me, neurologist, Dr. Andrew Rontal. He has been the first of the 5 neurologists that I've seen thus far who have really, in my opinion, seemed to really care about my condition, and he has been there to listen to a lot of what I have to deal with. And also on top of that, I am in the process of getting some psychiatric and therapeutic help, which has been a real struggle. It's been more than 9 months since my diagnosis and first grand mal seizures back in September of 2013, and so trying to navigate the whole system has been pretty difficult. As I previously mentioned, my sister-in-law Natalie has been a huge help in getting a lot of this stuff done. She's guided me through the Medicaid and Oregon health share process to get me hooked up with some benefits, which otherwise I might be pretty screwed. So if you're watching this, Natalie, thank you. You've been a guiding light to me and a real support that I could never thank you enough for. Family's been great. Friends have been awesome. With things like dealing with brain cancer and a glioma, such as I am, sometimes the fear and shock and transition of dealing with the condition can actually be more daunting than the condition itself. Now, that being said, the condition itself has been pretty shitty. I've had a lot of seizures, been through a lot of neurologists, doctors that haven't been as understanding or as concerned as I think they might be if it was somebody close to them, and they deal with people in and out on a daily, hourly basis. So I can understand that getting caught in the cog, be a cog in the wheel of the great bureaucratic system, lots of red tape, that is the American healthcare system. I completely understand. But at the same time, I feel pretty proud and accomplished and thankful for myself and others who have managed to get me this far. So I'm pretty happy about all that. And as I mentioned before, I've had a few pretty big setbacks which have moved me forward in the greater scheme of things. Not forward to beyond where I was health-wise before all of this went down in my diagnosis, but in some ways I guess that that I have moved forward beyond that, because I don't drink alcohol anymore, which is kind of sad. I like to have a beer here and there, maybe a glass of wine, but I can't. I'm predominantly gluten-free. Very careful about watching what I eat and what I do and how much time and effort I expend on certain things. I've got my Fitbit tracker. My second one, I lost the first one, but I got another one thanks to Fitbit. So I've been tracking my sleep, my activity, the number of steps that I take in a day, just trying to make sure that everything is accounted for, not, neurotically, no pun intended, but like I want to make sure that I'm on top of everything that's going on in my life, so that if I do have a seizure or a setback, I kind of know where it's coming from or what's going on with it. I've been doing a lot of reading, but by the same token, I'm trying to take everything in stride, not letting the internet diagnosis, you hear about that, people think they're going to die because they read something on the internet and all of a sudden they think they have some disease. Trying to take everything in stride, and that's been difficult at times, but pretty good right now. I'm in the middle of the summer months, so things have gotten a little bit better. There's more vitamin D, more daylight hours. I just think being in the Pacific Northwest, when you have more sunshine and the summer comes along, everything seems to feel a little bit better. So here I am, enjoying this nice hot bowl of cereal. I'm very careful about my diet, watching everything I eat, trying to be really, but not being super anal about anything, but being very cautious, cautiously optimistic. Dr. Rontal was the first neurologist actually listened to me to an extent, gave me my first EEG, and that's one of the things where, like I said in the last update, they tape you up with some cords in your head and just basically monitor brain function or nerve function, I guess, and see how you're responding, kind of keeping track of seizures or pseudo-seizures or whatever you want to call it. And Dr. Rontal was the first to lower my dose of Keppra, which has been the primary drug that I've been on since the beginning. Got me completely off Dilantin, also known as phenytoin, which has helped amazingly. And since then, he's been trying to get me on another anti-epileptic drug with not too much success, but we've been trying a few different things, lamotrigine and also Vimpat. These are two drugs which have a variety of side effects, some including rash on the skin or breaking out into some weird skin acne and things like that, which has been weird. And but for me, the main side effect of some of these drugs is that my mood has been up and down, and this has been the case the whole while with the Keppra, aka levetiracetam. This is just kind of par for the course for taking an anti-epilepsy medication. And from what I've read, being on anti-epilepsy medication increases your susceptibility to having suicidal thoughts or dark stress and anxiety almost by twofold. And I can see that, and I've been very self-aware of a lot of what's going on. So it's been hard for me. Sometimes I feel extreme depression. Sometimes I feel uncontrollable angst or anger. And just things that I've been working through with these conditions. Sometimes I think just taking the whole bowl of pills, anti-epilepsy pills, and just throwing them away might be the best. But there's that little bit of fear in the back of my head that, status epilepticus, whereas you go into a heavy seizure and die or suffer permanent brain damage, is always there looming. So I don't want that to happen. Now, I've had a few breakthrough seizures. Breakthrough means kind of refractory seizures where you're staying on the same dose of medication and yet you still end up having a seizure regardless. Those are scary. A lot of the seizures that I experience are ones that happen either slipping into or coming out of like an REM stage of sleep, which is the deep sleep. The REM meaning rapid eye movement. That's when you sink into a deep sleep and dream state. So waking up or coming out of that has been kind of like, am I going to see Freddy Krueger? Am I going Nightmare on Elm Street? What's going to happen? Because you wake up and have a seizure out of that. It's really disorienting, confusing, scary, painful, lots of muscle spasms on the right side, especially because I have a left frontal and parietal lobe lesion tumor, the oligodendroglioma. So that's where I'm at with all this. Still stage 2. Dr. Rontal, who is a very kind and understanding man. Communication seems to be working well with him. He has been working with me to try different techniques to be a little groundbreaking on a few things. His specialty is in stroke, but he seems to have an inclination or two about what's going on, and I really appreciate having him as my doctor. He's also trying to push me away from the Ativan that I've been taking when I've had these massive seizures, which is a benzodiazepate, or if I'm saying that incorrectly, I apologize, but it's a benzo drug. Trying to get me off the benzo drugs and perhaps get me in to see a psychiatrist, which the ball's starting to get rolling on that. Maybe find a new kind of medication that can help me. I've been taking, per Dr. Rontal, of probably the last couple months, clonazepam, which is also known as Klonopin. I've been taking a really, really low dose of that, a 0.5 milligram before bed, and that seems to really help me to knock out at least 4 hours of sleep uninterrupted, kind of ease my brain function. But with these benzo drugs, and Klonopin being one of them, you really have to be careful that you don't become addicted. So he's got me on a real low dose of that. I'm real mindful to not just be, popping them like Spree or whatever. So that's what I'm doing. My ultimate goal would be to become completely drug-free. I talked about medical cannabis a while back. I haven't really been doing a lot of that, though I must admit I did try a bit about a week back. I went to Farmer Tom's organic vegetable and fruit farm, where he does grow some organic cannabis. I tried a little bit there, and it actually made me feel pretty good. But nothing like the deep green heavy dose that I was first trying to pursue to attack and defeat the lesion tumor. And as far as I understand, through all I've read so far, there really is no cure to this type of cancer, but it is treatable. Of course, like Abraham Lincoln said, don't believe anything you read on Facebook. Actually, he said, believe none of what you hear and half of what you see. And so I am my own individual case. Forget what happened with all the other people. I am going to see what happens with this. I'm trying to be not as mindful of, what's going on inside of here, and more mindful of what's going on outside of here. And I think that will affect me in a more positive way. I don't buy everything Dr. Rontal tells me, but I definitely listen because I think he has my best interests at heart. I'm scheduled to go and get another MRI, which is magnetic resonance imagery, where they put you in the machine and they have the magnet going in there. But the thing that fears me the most is the injection of that metal, which helps to show on the read a little bit better, and that's really gets in there. So it's like, what's worse, the progression of the condition or having metal in your veins? I've heard stories that frighten me about that. But anyways, I'm doing well. I'm feeling good. I feel a lot of change on the horizon. I'm looking forward to my June 23rd birthday, turn the big 3-8, having my father Mick, my family and friends in town here in Seattle, going to see the Boston Red Sox, my favorite team, are playing on my birthday against the Mariners. 3-game set. What could be better? I'm really happy, really thankful. Please think of me, keep me in your thoughts. I'll keep you in my thoughts, and have a great day, and I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.